rewatch it as many times as we need, because trust me, it's this is a learning process. I've gone through many classes on regards to Canva, and I've learned so much throughout the years. So I'm gonna show you just the basics, okay? So let me put to record. Okay, is it recording? Yes, I think it's recording. Okay, welcome everyone. This is Canva 101, and I'm going to show you the basics of what is Canva. So you could start and create your flyers. What I'm going to show you right now is how to create flyers for your Instagram stories, so you could share maybe your story. So this is something that kind of show you how to show your stories in these flyers that I'm going to show you how to do. By the way, my name is Amy Valentin. I'm part of pharmacy. It's been a year and a half, and I'm here in California. All right. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys. Okay, please, if you could drop in the chat, put a number 1 if you're already familiar to how to navigate Canva. If you're like, you already have the Canva app, and okay, Nina 1. Okay, I just want to know. Put in number 2 if you're brand new and you don't know nothing about Canva. So I want to know if you don't have the Canva app. Okay. Okay, so mostly everyone. 2. Evelyn is 2. She doesn't know. Okay, lady. Okay. Okay, so we have. Okay. Okay, so there's people that don't know nothing about Canva. Okay, the first thing is that you have to download Canva app. Okay, I have it in my phone. I actually like to do my flyers, everything in my phone, because it's more practical. I have my pictures there rather than my laptop. But right now, obviously, I'm going to show you through my laptop. But you could actually download the app in your laptop. I highly recommend you download the app also in your laptop, because then it's much more easier for you to navigate than to okay, so let's go ahead, let's share the screen. Okay, so I am sharing my screen right here. Okay, let's go to Canva. Okay, so this is how Canva looks. Okay, this is your design center. I love Canva. I actually had to open a new account because I wanted to start from scratch. So I'm just gonna go over how you can navigate Canva. Obviously, when you open up, you're gonna see here on your left side, you're gonna see the plus sign where it's create. That's where we're gonna be doing right now. And then this is your home page. Obviously, right here, this is your home page. So after you start doing all those flyers, presentations, you could do presentations, you could do social media, you could do everything here. I use it even to do invitations for my kids' birthday parties. So trust me, that's something that you're gonna love. Okay, then you're gonna see all of your files here, and then we have your projects, which right now I only have this one, and I'm gonna show you how to do your first project. We have templates right here, which it gives you all kinds of templates right here. Okay, so as you can see, there's different ones. I just love Canva. Look at this, all kinds of designs. Okay. What you see right here on the top right, on the bottom right corner, you see this sign right here. This is for the pro version. Okay, so if you upgrade, because right now I'm actually doing the free one. Okay, so everyone could, if you have the free one, then I'm going to show you how to do it with the free version. But I highly recommend the pro. Why? Because you have more features. As you can see, look at this one. This is really aesthetic, really nice. There's a lot of templates that are part of the pro version. So I actually started with the free one a couple months, and then I decided to upgrade to the pro. I believe it's like $20, $25 monthly, but it actually opens up to more tools. Okay, so you have access to all of that. But if you right now you have the free one and you want to choose this one, if you click on it, it's actually going to tell you, it's not going to allow you to go and edit. It's going to actually tell you to upgrade. Okay, so we're going to be doing we're going to be looking for one for that is for the free version. Then we have the brand here. We have Canva AI and your print shop. Okay, so that's that. If you guys have a question, if someone here in the team could, ask me, open up the, I'm sorry, my kiddo here. You could ask me because I cannot see the chat. Okay,
Amy,
Brenda?
somebody asked, what did you type in? Sorry, I missed it. Type in where, honey?
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. My little one decided to come in, and I think my husband's out there. Okay, so that's that. Okay, now we're gonna be creating, like I said, a post for Instagram. So we're gonna go and click create. Like I said, we are gonna do right here. You have for presentations. You could I use it a lot for presentations. So you could use presentations, and it's gonna give you all kinds of different ideas of presentations. Okay, so go right here and look at all of these. So many. Okay, so we're gonna go back. We're actually gonna we're gonna do something for social media. Okay, so we have the social media here, and we're gonna go for an Instagram story. Okay. And then we have all kinds of designs here. We're gonna choose one that is obviously part of the free version. Let me see, about me. Okay, so we're actually gonna do this one. Why does it look different? Oh jeez. Okay. Alrighty. It looks a little bit different than what I'm used to because it has all of this. So you know what? I am gonna go with the projects. This one right here. And actually was gonna go over this one. Okay. So we're gonna go over this one. Okay. So this is something we could use for our Instagram. So right here, if you click on it, we're gonna change the pictures. Okay. So I'm gonna go for it says upload. So this is the reason why I tell you it's much easier to do it through your phone because you already have your pictures there, right? So right here, I actually went ahead and emailed some pictures to my mail and then downloaded it. So I have these pictures right here. So I am gonna change the picture, of course. So we are gonna just expand it like this. Okay. There we go. Now, if you say, oh my goodness, I don't want that picture no more. I was thinking about, like, I want to change the picture. There's no problem. You could either go back to the back arrow, which is the undo. Okay. And then you could go as many times, or you could just go ahead and click on the picture and then click on the little delete basket, and it will just delete the picture. Okay. So we're gonna go back. We're gonna leave it like this. Now, what happened to my letters? Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna show you how to add the text. Okay, so text, we could add, we have all kinds of text right here. We have obviously the add of the heading, which is bigger, and then we have all this, we have the sizes. One thing that we also have is these kind of text right here. Obviously, most of them are part of the Pro version, but I want to show you something because this is so cool. If you choose something like this, which it comes two different types of font and color, they're right now they're grouped. But if you hit ungroup, it's gonna separate them. It should separate them. So now you can make this bigger and make this smaller, so you could play around with both of them. Because if they're both grouped, let's see if I can group them back. Let's click on, I'm sorry, I'm like so used to do it from my phone, and I don't even have my mouse with me. So, okay, let's do this. Go back, and it's gonna click onto the group. Okay, there we go. If you try to make the top one bigger, it's not gonna let you. It's gonna make both of the two different styles of the text. It's gonna make it bigger. So that's why if you want to make one smaller, or even change color, you have to ungroup them. Because if I click this, it's just going to make both of them big. So, and then if I hit ungroup, then I could change even the color. I could go ahead and put it maybe, I don't know, brown. Oh, it went on. Oh. Let me see, is it group? Yes, it's group. And then maybe on this one, we could change it to white. See? And you could change with the colors. Okay, so that's something that you could do. That's something I didn't know until like a couple months ago. I'm like, oh, how do you know, it's much easier. And then plus, when you start doing a lot of like, put a lot of text in your file, in your flyers, and sometimes it's so annoying because I'm gonna show you right now. If you say I add a text right here, let's go with this normal text. Let's delete this one. Delete. Let's say you have this one. Let's move it up here. You just click on it, and when it's blue like this, you can write something new. So my story, I'm gonna do my story. My story. Okay. So you have it right here. Now, you don't like this this type of style of letters. We're gonna go over here where it says font, and then right here you can look at all the fonts we have. Of course, the fonts also have some that are pro version, and you'll see the little crown next to it if it's pro. So we are gonna change it to this one, to the Lemon Tuesday. Okay, look how cute it is. And then you can make it bigger. Either you go and click the plus sign, it makes it bigger, or you could, if you're on your computer, obviously you could just stretch it out like this, make it bigger. And then on this arrow, in this little arrows, you could move it around like this. So we're gonna move it like that. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so look how cute. Obviously, you could change the color as well. You click on it, you go on the A, that's for the text color. You click on it, you could change it to white, you could change it to any color. If you go and say you choose a color, say you choose pink, I want it pink, but then I want it lighter or maybe more brighter. You could go and click on this, add a new color, okay, click on that one, and then you can move it around. You can move it more down, it'll do it more darker, more to the side, then you can move it to, whatever color you would like. So let's maybe do it this color. I actually like this color. Okay, there we go, my story. Now normally some will give you the you could write your type your Instagram. So I'm gonna go at Amy Valentin. Make sure you always change this, okay? Because at first I would totally forget about it and I would post it with the one that it was already on the page. So change it, okay? Put your Instagram post or whatever, your name, your brand name, and there we go. Amy Valentin official. Okay. So right here, I'm actually gonna start putting a little bit about myself. Okay. So you could actually go to ChatGPT, and let them know, oh, I'm gonna be doing like series of stories in my Instagram where I'm gonna be talking about my story today. So can you write it simple to understand? I'm gonna be doing it through CANVA, and then I'll give you those highlights of your story. So right here, what I'm gonna write is Mama 4. Mama 4 makeup artist, I love makeup, or loves makeup, whatever you like, whatever, you know, your story, a little bit about yourself, okay? If you stretch it like this, okay, see how it is? If you stretch it to the side, it'll actually make it more longer this way, see? You can make it more smaller. And then this plus little arrow is the one that is gonna, you know, help you move it around wherever you want it. We want it right there. Maybe we're gonna bring it up here, right there, okay? And then we are actually, let me write another sentence. Okay, building, and then I could write building my online business. Okay, and again, I want to, maybe I'm gonna have to make it more smaller. There we go. Put it like this. I can hardly see. I think this is the wrong. I misspelled business. Yes, I did. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna change it color now because as you can tell, you can barely see the words, right? We can even change the style of the letters, which that's what the font. We're gonna change it. So we can go ahead and either highlight all of the words or the letters. And then we are going to change color. Actually, going to change it to the same one. Okay, we change this color. Now we're going to change font because I want something thicker, or even we could make it more bold, which is going to be more, you can see right here. You can make it more bold. See, you can stands out much better. I think this one stands out much better. And here. Make it a little bit smaller. There we go. And then we can change it font. Let's change the font. So we have all kinds of fonts here. I want something that stands out more. This one looks fun. And then if you, right here on the bottom, you see change all. If you click on this one, on the next pages that you create, if you hit on that one, it's actually going to change that same font into all of the pages you have. Okay, so right now I only have one page, but say if I had another page, which we're going to add another one, I'm going to show you, and then I'll come back and show you how it will do it. It automatically will change to all of the pages you have, the same font. Okay, so let's do this one. Okay, perfect. Now you see how it's still kind of hard to see. So what we could do, we could go to effects. I think is it there? Yes, effects. I'm sorry. And then they have all this different kind of effects. We have the drop, the glow, the echo, the outline, and the background. This one is the best one is the background, because then it gives you a background. You see? And then you can actually change the background color as well. If you go on the color, you could go white and go white. Okay, any color you want. So for me, I think it's best the white one. Story, Mama 4. Okay, so now I want to add another another page, okay? Because it's gonna be a sequence of, you know, maybe 3-4 slides that I'm gonna post in my story, and then I'm gonna kind of introduce myself so, you know, my followers can know me. Then we're actually gonna go and click the plus sign. So you're gonna duplicate the page. Either you could add a page. If you click on add a page, it's gonna add another page, but it's gonna be blank. Now, if you want to duplicate the page, because maybe you already like that font, you kind of, you know, just gonna probably just change the picture, then you could duplicate the page, and it's gonna add one exactly the same one. Okay, and then you could keep on doing it 3-4 times. You just turn off this one. Okay, and so we're gonna actually duplicate the page. So we're gonna leave it like this. Okay. Delete this one. You could go ahead, delete it. If you don't want it, you could delete it. You just click there. We're gonna duplicate this one. Okay, now we're gonna change. Obviously, I'm gonna write my second slide, which is gonna be a story. Okay. Then we're gonna go ahead and change the picture. I'm just gonna change the picture. Uploads, you go to your uploads, and by the way, if you don't have nothing, you just hit you can just click on upload files, and then obviously right here, because I'm in my computer, it brings me to this. But if you go on your phone, it's gonna take you directly to your gallery, so you can upload whatever pictures you want. Okay, so I am gonna add one. I'm gonna add this one. Push it out. Kind of hard without my mouse. I'm not used to. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Obviously, right here, I'm actually gonna change the color now because it's not popping out, and maybe even do a background. So the effects, we go to effects. We can actually do a curve as well. Look at this. I mean, Canva, you just have to play around. Trust me, you just play around. You click here, the neon. Look at this glitch. We have the halo, the outline. Look at this. I love this one actually. I'm just gonna. I don't want it curved. Maybe just like this. Make it smaller. Okay. Now, how to add elements. You can actually add, you know, elements to your flyers, so it looks much more fun. If you want to add, you know, anything you want to add, you could add. Okay, so you just go to elements right here. It gives you the shapes, it gives you the graphics, 3D animations, photos, frames. I always go for graphics because it just looks much more aesthetic. So you can see the graphics. We have all kinds of, you know, elements right here. And if you have something in specific that you want to put in your flyer, then you can type it up here on the search element. So if I want to do maybe say heart, we do heart. We go to search. And then it gives you all kinds of hearts. If you say you want a pink heart, you could even go more specific. Pink. And then search. And then see all of the hearts that it gives me. Oh, of course. And then if you click one that has the crown, that is the pro version, this is what's going to give you. It's just going to give you those lines, and it says Canva because it's part of the pro version. I mean, you could still use it, but then you'll have that right there. So I don't want that like that. So I'm just going to try and look for one that is part of the free version. Let's do just, maybe let's do this one. Okay. We'll make it smaller. This. Then move it over here. makeup elements, makeup, because I am going to talk about here so many. Okay, now see how this image is facing a different one direction. If I want to flip it to look to the other direction, what I'll do is just click here on flip, and it'll tell you if you want vertical or horizontal. We're gonna do it horizontal. See, that's for anything that you wanna, any element that you wanna change. So I'll just bring it here. Really, with Canva, you just have to be really creative. You can get really creative with Canva. Okay, so right here, I'm gonna type again. I've always loved makeup, but for a long time. So this is telling a little bit about myself, right? I didn't believe in myself. Please. And again, we're gonna move it around. If we want to change maybe now a different color, what happened? Right here. I think I'm gonna just make it different spot. We could make it now. If you could see, okay, there we go. If you could see the words, the lines are too, for me, they're too separated. If you want them more closer, even the letters to be more closer, you just go to where it says advanced settings, and where you see the T, and then it's gonna give you way to modify that, so you can make the letters letter spacing, and it's gonna be more separated. Or you could put it more closer. Here. And then the line as well. So there we go. See? So now if you want to change it as well on the alignment, you just click on this one and it changes to your right, to your left, centered. So I think we're going to keep it like this. Again. And that's what we'll do on my second slide. Okay. Alright, so now if we go to our third one, again, I could add the page. We could start from from scratch, but it's much easier if you're gonna be using the same font and everything. It's much easier that you just duplicate the page. Okay, now we're gonna duplicate the same one, and we're gonna add a different one. Let me see. Is there any questions so far? This is basically just the basics of Canva, of how to navigate, how to do how to do all of this with the text and everything, elements, which is the most, and the most part, this is what you're gonna be using. So Brenda, I don't know, I can't see the chat. No, nothing? Okay,
nothing,
perfect.
Mama. No.
Okay, perfect. Alrighty, so Now we're gonna go on to the for the next one. So right here, I'm not gonna want these. So I'm gonna delete this, delete it, and then if you want, say if I want another heart. Say I want to have different hearts here in this same heart. Then you just click on the element in the picture, and you could duplicate that as many times as you want. Duplicate. You can move them around. You could change them. You can make them more bigger, and you could even change the color as well. Click on it. Say I want a white heart, the heart to be white, then or I want it purple, and you could change it colors. Okay. So let's delete all of these because I don't want them. I'm probably gonna choose something. I'm gonna put something else. I'm actually gonna show you how to do the frames. Let's try to do. We're gonna do a frame. We're gonna add a
Amy,
frame.
can I ask you something?
Sure.
So you're choosing templates that are already there, but you can also create your own template according to what it is that you want to see in the on the
Yes.
file, right? Okay.
Correct. Correct. So, like I said, at the page, this was already created, right? But yeah, you could do one from scratch. I've done that. I
Okay.
actually what I do is I look into other people's like flyers or whatever, and then I get ideas, and I'm like, okay, I want to kind of do this something like this, and then that's when I start from scratch, or I go ahead and look at the templates that we already have, and kind of look. I'm like, okay, I want something like this, and then you start to modify it, like change it, delete, add, and that's how you end up, doing what you have in mind. So it's
Okay.
much easier.
All right. And Nina is asking, how did you get the heart behind the letters?
Okay, so if you hit on okay, let's go back to the hearts. Let's add the hearts. If you move it, it's gonna take you to behind the letters. But then if you, let me see. If you move it, it's actually gonna take you behind the letters. But then there's also another way, because if you hit on the, let me see more. I think it's right here. Position, right here. Click on it. I'm sorry. You hit position, and then it's to the front. I'll go to the front. Okay. So it'll move to the front of the letter. So you see how it's now in front of the letter. But then if I wanted on the back, then you go to the back, and then actually you go behind because it's by layers. It'll go behind the picture. Okay, so we'll click that, and we'll just go back. To back. Wait, we're taking it to the back, forward, to front, to front. Okay, so what I would do is just duplicate it, because then, and delete this one. Maybe that one's gonna give me there we go. So that's, you saw what I did. It was keep on, you already had the setting that it was taking it backwards. So that's what I do. I just duplicate the same image and then take it back. So that's how. So it was Nina, right? She asked that, or Nina? Okay.
Yeah.
So we have that. Any questions? Just let me know. Let me get my. I'm sorry. I had my headphones connected to this, so let me just turn off my Bluetooth. Out of here. Okay. There we go. So anything, just let me know. Okay, so now we're gonna go and add our third one. So yeah, the third slide. We're gonna delete this one. I'm gonna actually change the picture as well. Upload. There are actually more pictures here as well. If you go to elements, you could go to photos, and it has different kind of photos. So if I want to go there, you can do this one. Okay, say I want to do this one, and say I want to do something like this, but I want it to look more, obviously I want it to look more darker, maybe more darker. Okay, we're gonna delete the one behind, delete. Like this, we added this picture. Now I want it more darker, more like kind of, you know, transparent. We click on this and we go to where it says transparency. We click on that and then I'll bring it more. Oh, there's a one. There's one on the back. Okay, so for this, okay, I'm gonna show you how to do this. So we're gonna delete this one. This is much easier if we do the add a page. We go blank, okay? And if we change this into black, change it into black. So this is how you do those flyers that look kind of dark, that have that dark transparency. Okay, and then we're gonna add the we're gonna do the uploads. We're gonna hit elements, and then we're gonna add this picture that we had added. Okay, make it, you fix it into the square, stretch it out, stretch it down. Okay, now if we go to transparency, we'll click on it and you go down. Let's see how it goes, how it turns out. Much more darker. Obviously if you go all the way to 0, it's gonna be black, but then we could go maybe something like this, and so it looks way more like clean, more aesthetic, much more nicer. You could also do this with your pictures as well. Okay, so so you could add either one from the elements, or you could upload one of your pictures and add it here. Okay, so let's try that. Let's do one of my upload ones. So I am gonna do this one. This is my family. Well, part of my family. I have 2 older kids that they never want to be in the pictures. They're adults. So these are the little ones. So obviously I want to share this because it's something that I want to share in my social media, right? My stories, talk a little bit about myself. And then I'm going to go transparency. I'm going to go darker like this, because then I want to, you know, put all the fonts. It's going to look nice. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Then we are going to add, so we're doing basically this one from scratch. Okay, this one is a clean page. It was some brand new page. And then we're going to add text. We're gonna with the headline, and again, and right here I'm gonna do again my story, or my why. So put my why, whatever you want to put, my why. This. Move it over here. Obviously I want to change the font as well, and try to stick with the same font, or maybe 2 or 3 fonts. That's gonna look more clean, more aesthetic, more nice. So I'm gonna go with, and then the ones that it's always good, the first ones are gonna be the ones that you've been using. So you could go back to, you know, the ones that you've been using. If you want in a specific, you know, font, you could write it right here, like cursive. They want like a cursive, and then it'll give you all the cursive ones. So you could even type it down here in the search. So I'm gonna go with this one, really like this one, and a little bit bigger, move it to the corner, and then again you could type whatever you want here. Say you want the same, you got maybe the same, let's go with this font. And since you're gonna be writing, I don't know, my family, whatever, my family is my why, because whatever, right? Now you wanna, you have it, let's make it smaller. Now you want this same font at that same size. click on it and just duplicate it, and then move it down, and then you write your maybe your and then my kids, my wherever you want to write, right? My kids, and then obviously you can. I think this is what I was trying to teach you. Okay, so if you go like that, if you scroll down and get both of them, you could group them. That's how you group them. Okay, so you group them, and then whenever I want to move them, all of it moves, not just one, but all of them. And if I want to make them bigger, the both sentences or the both lines are gonna go bigger, and they're gonna move together. But then if I want to ungroup them, then it'll ungroup. Should move. Then you can move this one. See? Then you can separate them. So that's something really cool, because sometimes we, maybe put like, maybe if you want to do something about like the 10 reasons why you should join my business, and you put like number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and then you're like, okay, I want to move them all to this side, and it's a hassle to be moving one by one, and then you can mess up. Then you could just go ahead and drag your mouse or drag in your phone, like highlight all of them, and then just click. It'll give you the option of to group them, and you group them, and then you move them all at once from one side to the other. So that's much better. It's gonna help you so much. I didn't know that, and before I would be like moving one by one, and I would be like, oh my gosh, when is it? Because it takes time. But then if you group them, boom, it moves everything. Okay. So let me see. Any other questions? It's just the basics. I'm actually going to give you one for the pro, because I just learned something for the pro, which you could actually create a brand kit, which is amazing. Like, that's something I just learned, and I'm like, oh, that's good. That's just makes life much easier but that's a pro version, and that's I'm obviously going to show you with my pro version account. I'm going to show you all of that. Okay, so this is just with the free account, and it's just the basics of how to put the font, how to change it, how to move it around, how to add your pictures. What else? Any questions, Brenda, on the chat? No? Everyone's good? Everyone's ready to create their flyers, and I want to see everyone. Okay, I want you to tag me when you start doing all of this, because I want to know that you're learning. Okay, we're here to show you. I just love I love Canva. I've actually been learning a lot about Canva, because it's something that it's really important for our business, something that you're gonna be using all the time. Okay, I know that the Revolution, our team, gives you all the flyers to the promotions and everything, but just for the promotions, but you have to learn how to navigate, because even flyers for your team, say you want to make like a team call, then you can make your own flyers, right? You can start making your own flyers, and with your brand, with your colors, with different your style, like who you are, because we all have different we all have our own personal brand. So then whenever someone sees, maybe they see Nina, and they're like, oh yeah, that's Nina right there, because we already know the type of fonts you like and the colors and everything. So that's why it's really important for you to utilize Canva. And like I said, it's just playing around with Canva. Sometimes you just, by playing around, you're like, oh, what did I did? Okay, let's go back. Oh, I figured it out. That's how I do it. Because that's how I learned, basically. I did take some courses, some classes, but then if you take the classes, but if you don't put it to practice, if you don't go into Canva and navigate it, you're not going to learn. It's going to be hard, because our brain doesn't capture everything. It doesn't stay with all the information. So go into Canva, play around with it. If you have questions, just DM me in the chat, Amy, how do I do this? And I can help you around, okay? Or through my Instagram. I can help you out with anything, okay? So that is basically it for the basically, the basics of Canva. That's something that you're gonna need to learn. For the presentations, like I said, there's so many things like you could do here. You could do even your presentations for maybe like a team call. That's what I do. I get it from here. Flyers, like everything. And then once you are done, okay, say you're done with your whatever you're doing, then you're gonna go and hit share. Okay, you click on the top right, you click on share, and then you click on download. Once you click on download, there's well, right here because it's on my laptop. But if you click download in your phone, I think it's gonna give you the MPG or something, like it's like in a video. You're gonna go ahead and click on PNG, okay? PNG or the GPG, best for sharing. This one, okay? So this one, no, it's this one, okay? Make sure it's on this one, even if you're logging in from your phone, the PNG, because it's actually gonna download separately. It's gonna download all the pictures, and then if you go right here, then it's gonna download. See all the current pages, all of them. If for some reason you download all three and then you go back and you edit one of them and you just want to download one, just that one, and not download all three again, then you're gonna click on select all, and then you'll just click on that a specific one that you want to download, and it'll just download that one, okay? And then you click done. You download, and it should download, and then you can save it, you can share it, okay? And yeah, download. Obviously on your phone your phone, when you download, it's gonna give you the option to save. You'll save the picture, and then you can go ahead and post it in your Instagram, okay? And I think that is it, you guys. And then of course, if you go to home, then you'll see right here, see, this is the one that we just created. That's where you're gonna see all of your projects. So all the projects that you'll be creating, you'll be able to see right here. You could duplicate them, you could share them, you could, keep, build more pages. But yeah, that's basically it. All we have here. So I'm gonna start sharing the screen. So thank you guys. If you have any questions, thank you for everyone being here. Okay. If there's any questions, maybe you hop into Canva later on and you don't have you have a question, just let me know. Let us know in the chat, and we'll be glad to help you out. Okay. And just tag us in your social media. Okay. But yeah, you guys, thank you so much. Something you
Amy,
want to
Amy, I want to ask you something really quick, because I'm always afraid when I grab a Canva, like right now I'm working on one for a presentation tomorrow, and I change it to, let's just say, my picture, my name. It doesn't change theirs, right? It's just changing what I'm doing on my end.
It could change there. So that's a good question, because I know at the beginning we had so much, oh my gosh, headaches with that. Okay, now, right now, let me share it again. Great question. Okay, you guys, say if you want to share this with your team. Say, like, because I do this a lot. I make carousels, or I make presentations, and then I copy the link and I send it to my team. What I do now to save, because sometimes, yeah, people don't know how to save it, but I'm going to show you how to save it, or how to make a copy and save it. But sometimes they don't know, and they go straight and they open up the link or the presentation, and they start making the change, and it will make it to yours. So you don't want that, because it's gonna mess it up. So what you do is you go and make a copy. Okay. Oh my goodness, where's the option for the copy here? Because I know I do it through my phone, but I
No,
don't see it here. Maybe if I go to share. Okay. No. Download. No, that's not it. I'm sorry, guys, because I'm so used to doing it through my phone. I don't see it, but okay. I think it's gonna be in pages.
Oh, it's under file. I think it's under file on the left.
Okay, yes, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you make a copy right here, you guys. Okay, make sure before sending that link, make a copy. Okay, so that's gonna save yours for, any changes, or make a copy. Once you make that copy, then it's when you could share it. And then if they make any change to that copy, it won't make any change to yours because it's already a copy. So that's where you're gonna hit share. You're gonna hit I'm sorry, not download. But then you'll hit share, and then you'll hit where it says this, you're gonna click on this drop down arrow, and then you're gonna go anyone with the link. So anyone with that link will be able to open up um, the that Canva presentation or flyer, and then you'll just copy the link and then just send it to them through. I highly recommend send it through WhatsApp, because Instagram sometimes it doesn't allow them to open up the link. So, and then you just send them, and then if they open it up, then also I highly recommend you always make a copy, because then once you share it and then that person changes something, I'll change it to yours as well. So
Yeah,
I'm hoping I answer your question, but yes, it will change your picture.
definitely. Thank you. And I'm sorry for anyone whose Canva I changed because I've done that. Oh my
We
goodness.
all did. I think we
Yeah.
all did. That happened a lot at the beginning. Like all they would, and then if a lot of people open it up and then changes it and messes up the link, and then once you try to open the link and whoop, it's messed up. It's like gone. So
Yeah.
that's why it's really important for you to have your own copy, just in case
Yeah.
later on someone messes up the link, then you'll have that same the original, and then you can make a copy and then resend it. So it makes life much easier.
Yes.
Okay, you guys, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you
Nina,
so much.
you have a question? I thought no. Okay, perfect, you guys. Thank you so much. You have a good night.
Thank you,
Bye.
everyone. Bye.